Hi everybody, it's Michelle. Wanted to do a video today, just first and foremost to congratulate you. We are already in week 3 and everybody's been doing a tremendous job. I have really enjoyed reading all of your posts. I can't tell you how impressed I am with your reflections, your ideas, your thoughts, your sharing, and I hope you're getting as much out of those posts and responses as I am. A couple of reasons why I wanted to do the video, besides just seeing my face, is I wanted to talk a little bit about the individual text reflections. I also want to talk about APA, and then I also want to finish up with talking about an email that just came out on the use of Word as a standard tool for all of our graduate classes. Okay, so first, under the individual text reflections, the first chapter was really challenging, and a lot of you talked about that, and it's challenging. I reread it every time I read all of your reflections because I want to have it fresh in my head. It is complex. Not every chapter will be like that, which I'm sure will make you happy. But the thing I really wanted to just convey to you is that with these text reflections, they're primarily about accountability, that you have read the text and you understood it. And so when you're responding, you just need to summarize so that any reader could have the sense of what that chapter is about, and then follow those prompts explicitly, and you will do just fine on those text reflections. They're not intended to be a deep dive or a complex analysis. So I just encourage you, if you have any questions on that, you can email me. I'm pretty fast on getting back to people on email, or you can call me. I do have my cell phone number listed on the syllabus. But again, you're doing a nice job. I just don't want anybody to get too bogged down and making that activity harder than it has to be. Okay? I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to forget anything. Next on APA, if you saw in your responses to your individual text reflections, I started to make some small comments about APA. That's intentional because I want you to start thinking about it if you haven't been already. And I was trying to point out here and there where perhaps something was or wasn't APA. I really encourage you to start practicing because you're going to need to use that in this class and then, of course, all your other classes. But in particular with your professional journal essay review. So with that being said, I really cannot encourage you enough to have the manual and use the manual when you are writing. And it's astonishing how there are so many intricacies of APA. It can really bog you down, and I don't want it to do that. So I'm going to try my best to give you some resources. I'll put a few things out on our website and some ideas just for you to look at, to jump off on when you're building your own APA documents. Okay? So just know there's going to be some resources coming for you. And then finally, again, checking on my notes, just the last thing, you should have received an email from our division coordinator, Chris Asmus, and in it, it talked about that the university now has a free Office 360 download for all of you. With that, if you follow those instructions, you'll be able to have free access to the Word tool that is required for all submissions. I know at the beginning of this course, I didn't indicate that to you because at that time we didn't have this information, but from this point forward, going forward, now that we have the free downloads, the university is requiring that everyone use Word, so we have consistency in the tools that everybody's using. Also, for the instructor, myself, I need to be able to use Word because it allows me to give you feedback right on your document, and then you can accept the edits that I provide to you. So if you have any questions about that or that's challenging for any reason, please let me know. Okay, and then finally, just again, we're moving forward at a pretty fast pace. I am going to put some examples out, both for the professional journal essay review and then also for your final artifact. I will open up the final artifact here in another week or so you can start looking at it over our 4th of July break, and you can start coming together with some ideas in your head about what you might want to do. That is a really interesting and fun activity for the majority of the classes that I have had a chance to lead. But for some people, it can seem a little intimidating. So I encourage you to ask me as many questions as you need to so you're comfortable with that final assignment. So that's what I have for today. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week.